is the new show, Quality Media. It's definitely the new wave, and I definitely put my stamp on it. Williams Gang Tank, you already know what it is. My name is Dewan Williams, but everybody know me as Tank. Tanker, whatever. I'm from the country. I'm from right off of 27 in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Roosevelt Avenue, like Henry Street, Roosevelt Avenue, right outside the Ville, right place. That's where I'm from. Born and raised in Brunswick, man. Yeah, I got a lot of siblings. For my mother, I got 2 older brothers and 2 younger sisters. I'm the middle child. I'm the mad one. I'm the angry one. You know what I'm saying? I'm the middle child. I'm my mom's baby boy, so. Yeah, I'm from Jersey. I'm from New Brunswick. I'm from Exit 9. I'm from Uptown. I'm from the country, but I'm from Uptown. Like, I grew up after moving from the countryside of New Brunswick, the Route 27 side, Roosevelt Avenue. That's where New Brunswick High School at right now. It used to be my buildings back there. That's where I grew up at. You know what I'm saying? That's where my grandmother, my grandfather, my dad, my aunts, and all of us, we grew up at right there. And then from there, we migrated down to 91 Seaman Street. And my upstairs neighbors was 15, Manny, Skeety, and Jalil. King Jaffe. Everybody know him as King Jaffe. Shout out to King Jaffe. But yeah, those was my upstairs neighbors, and you know, Skeety and Man and their moms and Scoop. You know, Thesis Park was right across the street. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up in Uptown, Sal's Pizza, all of that shit. Remsen Avenue, Kazir, MC, Love, Real, you know what I'm saying? Unique, all those boys. Malik, Hit 'em and Heard 'em, Hit 'em and Heard 'em Posse, HHP, Santino, Melly Mel, all them, Pac-Man, the Fuquas, everybody, like, that era of growing up back then was, you know, that's where I'm from. I'm from Brunswick. I'm from Uptown. It's crazy. Quick story, right? It was a stolen car on my block. I'm from, Townsend and Joyce Kilmer, whatever. My brother and them, it was a stolen car on the block. It was a Toyota Camry. It was probably the year was probably like 1997. And everybody was stealing these cars. Camrys, Honda Accords, Acras. They was stealing them shits left and right. So, it was a stolen car. It was a stolen car on my block. And this girl that my brother used to deal with from the projects, her name was Kishra. Her name was Kishra. Anyway, to make a long story short, Kishra had gave us a jump to the stolen car. We put the screwdriver in that shit, and we was gonna take it to the beach. We was gonna take it to what's that beach everybody be going to? Not Atlantic City. We was gonna take that shit to. No, we was gonna take that shit to. Fuck. Somewhere down in Atlantic City where some shit had got washed away back then or whatever. But we was gonna take it there. So instead of taking it there, we took it to the city. My brother, and it was me, my brother, Suke'EQ, Mazir, aka Michael Rice, aka Mazir, and my cousin Boo Boo. I'm saying we go to the city in the car. We parked on 145th, and we just see police and shit running up behind us. My brother and Michael Rice, they had went out to go do whatever. To make a long story short, yeah, we got caught in a stolen car. Me and my cousin, my brother and them never made it back to the car because they were still in the spot. And yeah. So we had to do 4 weekends of community service in some fucking park. I don't know who the mayor was, but that's what the fuck we had to do. So yeah. Yes, I have to both questions. The hardest drugs that I ever sold, I started off in a game in New Brunswick. My older brothers never put me onto the game, but my mother was a hustler. So my mother was selling sets and manila envelopes. My mother was selling powder back then. The Country Inn bar was popping on 27. My Uncle Gus was the manager of McDonald's. So we had everything. That shit, I grew up in that era. When I hit the streets, the first thing that I ever sold was oils and incense, to keep it 100, to keep it $150 with you. With Tony Ingram. Tony Ingram, he was my sensei teacher, and he was also a mailman, and then he was an officer of the New Brunswick Police Department. And his brother, Trig, was my best friend. So we went from selling oils and incense for him to selling powder cocaine, and then it turned into crack. And then the first time that I ever sold dope, police ran down on me, bust my head open. That's, to make a long story short, I don't even want to get into that. That's a whole nother situation. But as far as the hardest drugs that I ever done, I would probably say Molly or ecstasy. That was the hardest drug that I ever. And those was like drugs that had me lit, like turned for real. You know, that was back then. Yes, and yes. My first bid that I ever did was in New York. I was 13. Me and a friend of mine, we always call each other cousins because we got the same last name, but his name is Mark Williams. Me and Mark Williams, we had went to the city on a Suburban. We had got on a bus downtown New Brunswick and took that shit to the city. And we was going to the 125 spot. Shout out to all my niggas on RTF 125. We had went to that spot. We went there and we came straight back. To make a long story short, when we got back in the Port Authority, it was undercovers on the bus. They was asking questions, checking luggage, blah, 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 blah. The undercover get up, said, yeah, I seen them put something in the back of the radio. They take us, and that's the first time that I ever got locked up or ever got arrested for anything. I was 13 and I had 48 grams of crack cocaine. But I've been to Yarsville, Annandale, Dell Boot Camp, locked up in Florida, all types of stupid shit. The longest I've been locked up in every bid was probably 2 years at a time. So total, and every time that I've been locked up, it'll probably be like 8 or 9 years. I'm 44, I'll be 45 in February. So, you know, I was released in 2009, and I haven't been to prison since. You get the picture. We outside, trap line, apparel, we got all that shit. Quality media. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you a quick story, right? I'm from Brunswick, so a lot of people that you see that's in my city that's giving y'all stories and stuff like that, they not really telling y'all, like, I was in the street. Like, I was in the street from fucking Remsen Avenue all the way up to Reservoir, all of that shit. Like, shout out to Nick. That's my cousin, baby father, man. Little Nick, I had run-ins with him. Shout out to everybody from my hood. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is grown. If they feel some type of way about this video, you know what I'm saying, or this blog or whatever, then it is what it is. I don't give a fuck. My hoodie say trap line, we outside. So we outside. But my man Trig, like I was saying, who I came up with, his first cousin, his name is Dewan too, just like mine, Dewan Dennis. You know what I'm saying? He's the first person that I ever looked at as a true gangster and whatever, but I ain't gonna speak on that because he going through whatever he going through. But as far as a lot of gangsters and when I was in prison, a lot of blood niggas fuck with me because they said I move like a Crip. A lot of Crip niggas fuck with me because they said I move like a blood. I ain't neither or. You know what I'm saying? I just say, I say Williams Gang Tank. Williams Gang Tank, it come from my cousin Renee in Florida. She always said Williams Gang. So I just put, you know what I'm saying, the stamp on that shit. I ran with that shit. You go to motherfucking YouTube and you put in Williams Gang Tank trap line, you gonna see me and Suke'EQ trap line video. Yeah, y'all tap into that. I feel as though that hip hop right now is in a fucking frenzy. You got a lot of young rappers, they drill rapping, they smoking on dead people. If that's what they do, that's what they do. I'm from an era where that shit, it don't make sense. Like, if you, as you tap into YouTube and you look at Julio Fulio and Young and Ace and all the Chicago rappers and King Von and all these other shit, you see fucking little Treyway nigga getting jumped at the gym. It's not adding up. Like, if you're gonna say something, just stand on it. And then not only that, like, I don't support drill rap. I mean, I understand if that's how you're gonna make a living off of it, then do what you gotta do to support your family. But on the flip side, like, when you really run into your ops and you like countered out, I seen people on YouTube and shit, little drill rappers, they working at Dollar General and they ops go in there and they beating them up at the cash register. Like, it don't make sense. Like, rapping is really not that serious. Like, I would rather fucking just work a 9 to 5 like I'm doing and just, you know, just slow grind and just network and just get it off. But as far as rap, like you said, to get back to the question, it's fucked up. You got Puffy, he locked up. Everybody, like, they don't think he did what he did. If you think Diddy did it, yeah, I know he did. Like, I don't, that's my take on it. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But to each his own. You get rich however you get rich. If you can stand on it, stand on it. I will never party with Diddy if the situation never got started. I'm a fan of hip hop. So seeing what he did to the Locks and Total and Mace and Craig Mack and all these other rappers that he had signed under him, like, a lot of them failed. I think I'm not gonna speak bad on Mary J because I love her, but I think that Mary J is one of the ones that really support all the shit that Diddy done did. You know what I'm saying? And if you think Diddy did it, yeah, I know he did. Like, that's just my take on it. So I would never attend a Diddy party if he got acquitted. I would never be in that bitch, bad boy, we won't stop. That's not me. I will never do that. My favorite era in hip hop, I would say, would have to be the 80s and the 90s. I would say I'm a self-destruction type of motherfucker. Like, you're headed for self-destruction with all of those rappers and trying to unite and bring the people back. Like, that's the type of shit that I'm on. Like, if I'm not on that, I'm not rapping about killing motherfuckers. I'm rapping about getting bread and, you know what I'm saying, and just being motivated to get money. As far as like the rap nowadays, like my favorite era of rapping had to be like the 80s and the 90s, man. Like, all of them niggas, man, like Big Daddy Kane and EPMD, Eric B. and Rakim.
Yeah.
Like, that's my era. Like, right in front of the front step, thinking of a plan, looking like Raggedy Ann, I'm going in, kicking the can. Like, yeah, Coogee Rap and all them niggas, that's my type of shit. Nas. Everybody thought that Nas was a sucker. Nas from Queensbridge. Like, way before Ether, I think that Looking Out of My Project Window, that song by Nas, I think that was one of the dopest songs ever put out. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
I don't give a fuck what Jay-Z did. Like, but I think that this is crazy. Look at the question. It's so crazy that Jay-Z counted him out and then he doubled back and picked him back up. That's how dope he was. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So it will always be Nas over Jay-Z for me. I'ma say Pac. And why I'ma say Pac is because now that I've seen everything that Biggie went through with him rapping, writing rhymes for Junior Mafia and shit, and Puff not knowing about it and all of that shit, it was a lot of backdoor shit going on with Puff and Biggie and Junior Mafia as far as the labels is concerned. But as far as Death Row, Pac, Snoop, Corrupt, Dash, they was Suge let them niggas do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. So it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it was. And then when they did that Hit 'Em Up, and shit, man, listen, I used to go to the motherfucking pop-up shops at Quad Studios in Manhattan where Pac got shot, and every time I got in the elevator to press these buttons and shit, I'm like, damn, these are the same elevators that Biggie and them was on, Lil C's and all of them.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So, but to answer that question, I think Death Row, man. I'm gonna stick with Death Row. I'm gonna stick with Pac on that one. I'm gonna say Death Row because them niggas was gangster. Like I said, I did the history of Bad Boy, and I seen all the niggas that Puffy jerked. Suge jerked a lot of niggas too, but I know that it was more of a muscle for his movement. It wasn't like he was sleeping with motherfuckers and drinking and poisoning motherfuckers and doing all this other stupid shit. Like, them boys from Death Row, you seen how Mace said Puffy had left him in the hotel room. It was like 50 Bloods out there. So it goes to show you, like, I'm saying, like, I'll fuck with Death Row. And then look at it now. Snoop got it. So it's like, it's Death Row. Rough Riders all day long. Rough Riders because I seen the vlog where motherfucking Jay-Z had backdoor DMX. Used to be my dog, you was in my left titty. Screaming by the God, I thought you would die with me. So that shit, like, after he did that, he hung DMX out to dry. You know what I'm saying? And like, you just think of it with like money, power, respect. That was some shit that Puffy and Locks and them dropped. So you gotta just think about the respect of it. And I'm saying, I did say Rough Riders, but I'm saying with Rockefeller, Jay-Z, he hung a lot of motherfuckers out to dry. Like Beanie, he left Beanie out to dry.
Oh yeah, I remember.
You know what I'm saying? He left the whole, all them Philadelphia niggas, he left them niggas out to dry. And then not only that, he shitted on Dame. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said that nigga should have stayed in food and beverage. Too much flossing, too much Sam Rossing. I ain't a bitch, but I gotta divorce him. Hove had to get the shower shit up off of him. And I ain't even wanna be famous. So, you already know. I'ma say Kendrick. For one, I'ma say Kendrick is cause Drake is a popular artist. Drake sells millions and millions of copies and whatever. He run his shit up. But I would say Kendrick is because niggas didn't think that Kendrick would have stood up to Drake. You know what I'm saying? And They Not Like Us, that shit was so fly that Drake was singing it himself. What's fucking with that? They Not Like Us was so fly that Drake was singing it and playing it at his concert and had everybody else singing the song. So I would definitely say Kendrick. And Kendrick is a nigga from the street. Drake not from the street. I would say Kendrick. I would definitely say Kendrick. The Locks or Dipset? First of all, I was just watching this shit at my crib the other day on YouTube, and I couldn't even believe that this battle was 3 years ago. So time is just flying, or whoever posted it, I don't know if it was 3 years ago. I don't fucking know. But I'm gonna say the Locks. For one, because Jada, Styles, and Sheek is animals. Like, that's just hands down. Two, those niggas is from like the streets. Like, they gutter niggas. Not taking nothing from Dipset, because they gutter niggas too, but they more flashy and more dressy and Harlem and, you know what I'm saying, and shaking and doing all that shit. Like, so I would give it to the Locks if it wasn't, even if the battle didn't even fucking happen. Like, that's my take on that shit. Williams Gang Tank. I fuck with blunts because papers for me, they burn too fast. If I was smoking by myself, then I'll probably double wrap a paper or some shit like that. But if I was smoking with multiple motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, I'll just smoke a blunt, roll up a blunt, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, and smoke that shit. Shit, I blow either or to put me in whatever type of mood it's gonna put me in. Like, it depending on my mood. I might be wanting to get fried, and I might be wanting to just chill and lay to the side. I don't know. Either or. My preference is light when I'm keeping it light and I'm keeping it moving. So, like, I'm doing this interview, keep it light, keep it moving, jump in my whip, slide, get in my car, you know what I'm saying, bend my corners, do whatever I'm gonna do. But if I wanted to get on some ravishing Rick Rude shit, then it'd be like Henny, Remy, you know what I'm saying, some dark shit like that.
Ravishing Rick Rude.
I fuck with the tequila too, so it might be, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of Espinón or whatever. But whatever, man. It's however you control your liquor and however you know what I'm saying. So either light or dark, it's nothing. No preference, either or. I would say I would still have more love making a song in the studio, not performing, because once you make it and you keep playing it and you play it and you play it, and the nigga that you making it with or whoever you making it with, you know what I'm saying? You like, yo, that's that one. So you gotta make it in the studio before you perform it, because like it wouldn't be fire if you wouldn't. I'm saying you gotta make that shit in the studio before you break it out on performance. Shout out to quality media.
Yeah.
Suke'EQ, Flow, everybody, man. Quality media, man. Dope ass platform, man. I appreciate the love. Definitely be back. I'm saying this is the first. We outside. Wins Gang Tank, Suke'EQ. This is our merchandise. We outside. Trap line. You got my man. You got my man Ed. Dice Head Apparel. I'm saying hoodies, t-shirts, all that shit. Mask inside. We outside.